Hi, Thana.
Hey Mike, how are you, man?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing a Thana. Hi, everyone.
It's a special day,
Yes,
Sunday, because
yep,
obviously we got the news that interstate travel is open.
yes.
I don't know, Mike, how you feel? I have a mixed reaction with this one.
Same here, lah. I'm not going to go bonkers, but
Mm,
I got outstation work to do.
mm,
First port of call, Malacca.
yeah. I think the first protocol call is everybody who's been behind your tuning work.
Yep,
Please contact Mike. Because yeah, I mean we've been behind because we can't travel or do interstate much. But yeah, call us.
yes, correct.
I think Mike, you do a circuit, isn't it? You do like Malacca, Penang, and JB,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the whole
yes, yes,
circuit.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But this
So
coming week, I'm just doing Malacca, lah.
awesome,
Uh,
awesome.
Yeah, because I'm also in the midst of actually looking for dealers around the country.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah, so if any of you guys, feel that you want to do this business or a good workshop, yeah, that you feel, that could do this business, yeah, please get them to get in touch with me. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
We'll really appreciate that. Yeah. All right.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a it's a good business opportunity. As you know, DNA Tuning has got
Yes.
a very strong name, not
Mm,
only locally but also globally. It's
yep.
it's a good business to get into. Yeah, so yeah, you never know. You never just
Yes.
know.
Yes, let's say hi to everyone that has come online. In fact, Paul Chong, wow, 3:55. You actually said hi to us, and Tana and I was
Champion.
still setting up then, Paul. Brilliant. Good to have you on board here today again. Yeah.
Mm.
And then also Tiban Naidu. Yeah, good to have you on board again today. Yeah.
I like okay, Tibon is here. Kanesan is here. Thank you so much, Kanesan, for joining us again.
Yep.
Joseph Puven.
Hi,
Yes.
Joseph. Good to meet you yesterday. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Brilliant drive and so nice to
Oh,
see LS yesterday. Oh, not
correct,
that.
correct.
Yeah, the 470. Yeah, yeah,
47, yeah,
brilliant.
460.
Yeah. 460.
460. Okay.
460. Yes.
We got Jensen here. I know. I have a feeling I know where Jensen will be tomorrow.
Where do you think he's going?
I,
Genting
I,
run.
I, I think our friend, what's his name, Anthony Mutano has said, exit 803. He's a
Wow, missed that turn lah.
missed that
For a
turn.
long term. And this evening still possible has to get Starbucks.
Actually, I was surprised that I mean, I went interstate travel yesterday on a legit business. I got police permit and stuff, and I traveled.
Yep.
They have already started to lax down the controls. I mean, there was no block whatsoever. So yeah, it was pretty easy, lah, And I went to JB and back.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
So
Yep.
so yeah. Naki Muhammad Rafi. I mean, we get this question quite a bit. Proton
Yes.
X50, X70.
Yeah,
I'm
we
keen
should
to
be
know.
able to do those lah, because our guys in the UK, they
Mm,
do tune a lot of cars in China,
mm,
yeah,
mm, mm,
So X70 is
mm,
actually a Geely product, yeah.
mm.
So
In
come and
fact,
see us, yeah. We
In
should be
fact,
able to
Mark,
do that.
I got a contact this morning wanting to do a tune on X70. I'll talk to you later,
Yep,
Mike.
yep,
So yeah, I think what has happened now in the market is some of the guys who are doing tuning for X70, X50, they're
mm,
doing how do I say it? Not a complete tune. They're just amping up the throttle response and stuff. And some of
mm,
the owners have come back to say that they're not really happy with this. So I think it took a so yeah, be careful in tuning cars that are just came out.
yep,
If you go to the tuning, we do a proper tune. It's not just what we call amping up the throttle response.
yep,
Yeah, just be careful with new cars. Just be very careful in going for just the first one that you can see out there.
yep.
Mm. Patricia Chin says hi. Hi,
Hi,
Patricia.
dear.
Uh, cool info from Joseph. Yes. What is it about
Yes,
again? Cool info.
yeah.
What are you talking about earlier?
I don't know about dealers, is it? I don't know.
Oh yes, about dealers. Correct. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So because
Yeah.
I do get inquiries lah, from all over the country. Yeah. Yeah. So, please get in touch with us. Yeah. We are looking out for
Mm,
dealers. Mm.
mm. And then we've got Zafri says hi, glad to be back.
Yes, yes.
Ian
Safri.
is Ian is there. Hey guys, and once again, thanks Mike. Nice T35i. Looking forward to see your new acquisition. Wow, the news is slowly spreading.
Slowly. Yeah, just let it be. But
Um,
just to let you guys know why you guys should buy a BMW 335i lah.
why?
Later in the show,
It's in the
yeah,
show. Okay.
yeah, we will go through that. Yeah,
Dino Shop. Yes, contact Zafri Mike. Contact Mike. We'll set you
yeah,
up with the
yep,
one. And Naki says thank you. And Daniel Sherman Fernandez says, I wish I can afford a new car to be tuned. Your car's already tuned, isn't it, Daniel?
yeah, yeah. Daniel's car already been tuned.
Yeah. So I think you definitely have cars that can be tuned. You know. Um,
Yeah, yeah. That because when we say tune cars, we don't
mm,
only in this sector here, we don't
mm,
only talk about ECU tuning. Yeah,
yes.
Daniel. So on your older car, we still can set you up with a ST suspension or KW
Mm,
suspension.
mm,
And if a car that you really love, yeah, you can actually also tune up your audio system.
correct. I mean, it's
Which is
interesting.
yes,
Correct. It's
yeah,
interesting you mentioned that. I mean, all the
yep,
aspects of tuning, because people
yes,
just say, "Oh, power, power, power," and
correct,
um, and if you think about what I'm doing with my Porsche now, it's always
yes,
been first tires, then
yep,
we're looking into
suspension,
suspensions,
yes,
and then all the bushes and stuff, and then the last bit is obviously the ECU
yes,
tuning, which you'll see
yes.
on Mike coming up. But yeah, I know it's a lot of tuning. Audio system is tuning. It's tuning to
Yes.
what you want. So.
I mean, even
Oh,
my Corrado,
mm,
I had to do some modification tuning,
mm,
to the cooling system. That is part of the tuning as well, because the cooling system in the Corrado
mm,
VR6, was meant for situations in Europe
mm,
and in our country here with a small radiator.
mm,
During daytime drives, especially when you get into a jam, the
mm.
temperatures go up really, really, really very high.
Yep.
110 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is something. Yeah.
Daniel also says my old car tuned by the best in the business, DNA tuning. Thank you so much,
Thank
Daniel.
you, thank you, Daniel. Yeah,
It's interesting. A comment someone made
yeah,
over the weekend. And
yeah,
I was looking at. I was talking to my Porsche mechanic
yep,
about what to get for shocks and stuff,
yep,
and he was saying like most people don't understand what they want,
hmm,
and they will get something very sporty, and then they go like, what
yep,
I've gone the wrong way,
exactly,
and
exactly.
yeah, and Zafir has a comment over here. Speculating, do you guys do springs or just KW coils?
Oh, we suspension tuning. When you say yeah, with KW, because the setup is set up with the same, I mean, not the same, engineered, the springs to the shockers as well, you see.
Mm,
When it's engineered together, so these
mm,
two are meant to work with each other.
yeah,
So when you start to go and buy an aftermarket spring, yeah, and match it with a damper, yeah, so you are left to the job of actually trying to match the damper to the spring. Yeah.
yeah. It's
Because
hard because
yes,
because each springs comes with certain weight load.
yes, correct.
Like if you go to, let's say, I mean, let's pick a brand like Bilstein or HR, and or KWSD. If you go
Mm,
and look at people who sell
yep,
separate springs, and then they will tell like for each model what
yep.
are the particular spring they sell, because each car's weight
Yes,
is different, the ratings are
correct.
different, and
The
it's
combo
hard.
lah,
The combo is different. So you and I
Yes.
may think we are smart by buying one piece or other, but there's a lot of tuning involved, And coming to the topic, so like there was a guy that something. So the story was the Porsche mechanic and was saying that a
Mm,
lot of the Porsche guys get into it and they modify and they don't know what they want, and they're like, oh, this shock is too tough, or this one is too small, too soft. This one is too this.
correct.
They go back and forth, and that's
Yep.
where people like KW and SD, they've got a range. I think there's a range of
Yes.
like
Yes.
sporty and comfort, and
Correct.
that's where it's fine if you want to do a very hard shock suspension for track,
Yep.
but
Yes.
sometimes you want that range, lah.
Yes, yes. I
Mm,
mean, like KW, they got their range, they call it the V1, V2, V3 range. Yeah,
mm, mm,
you know,
mm,
those are roadable coilovers. The main function of those coilovers is for on-road performance. Yeah,
mm,
and if you want on-track performance, track biased, we would recommend that you go with the Club Sport series. Yeah,
mm,
those series is actually meant for tracking, a bit of motorsports,
mm,
and you still these coils are still roadable. Mm.
mm,
So they are track bias, but you still can use them on the roads. Yeah, whereas the V1, V2, V3 series, it's road bias. But you still can use them on the track. Because you can adjust the damping. On the V2 and V3s. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yep,
So yeah, so knowing what you really want is important, and I also feel that people don't understand what they have as a car. I mean, like a good thing was I want to just share. If I can load this, is obviously I
yep.
think all of you have seen this video up on the WhatsApp group on how road.
Ah,
You
I
know,
mean, it's something we have been chatting in the Evo groups this morning,
yeah,
and analyzing this. Yeah.
yeah. So this guy
Oh,
he's
so sad to see
so
this.
sad.
This
Oh,
it's just terrible.
it's just that,
Uh, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess you got to know what you have, lah, and what are the
Yep.
limits, and what you
Yes.
can
Yes.
cannot do, and it's sad people just some of them I think even if you go and get track performance shocks on your car and you go on normal
Yes.
roads, you're asking for
Yep.
trouble because
Correct.
they are track bias. If you go
Yes.
on undulations or not smooth surfaces, you're asking for trouble
Yep.
in driving places like William. He may have a really good suspension, but you know what?
Yes.
Yeah, don't do it, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Mm,
Yes. But let us know what you guys think about these people driving in like in that situation as well. Please
mm,
comment. Yeah,
mm,
and we will chat about this a bit later on again. Yeah.
mm.
Mm.
Daniel make a very good observation. They talk about
Yeah.
power to weight ratio. So I think Daniel
Mm.
has found the key way to achieve power to weight ratio in Malaysia, which is to avoid banana leaf rice. So if you avoid banana leaf rice, guys, you are going to achieve the optimal power to weight ratio for your car. So yeah,
Yeah.
start with that, man. Start with that.
Yeah. Very easy. Lose weight.
Very easy. Lose weight.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow, anybody who's driving up to Genting or Uliyam, please be careful.
Yes.
Um, please be careful.
Yeah.
It'll be very
Definitely.
sad if we hear another story in tomorrow,
Yep.
because I already see some groups saying that tomorrow morning, see you in Genting and stuff. Just be careful, guys. Be very, very careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of us are
Because
friends over here.
I think the Genting roads also. I think the traffic has been really low. Yeah, so
Mm,
it could be slippery as well. Guys,
mm.
moldy, slippery. Certain sections we never know because
Oh yeah, huh?
yeah,
Because I guess people don't use the shoulder of the roads as much.
correct.
so,
So
so
when you start taking the apexes and whatnot, suddenly you realize nobody has driven there for God knows how long. Yeah, it gets moldy. Oh, yeah, just
Woo.
yeah. The thing is, don't drive 10-10 lah. When you
Yeah,
start driving 10-10 of your ability on the roads are very dangerous. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I guess Azwan Fire says, don't know what else to say. They should watch how Bobby did his spirited driving. And
Yeah.
and I think my comment is that everybody has their limits and they know what they want. Bobby is a
Correct.
very skillful driver. I mean, he always
Yes.
says that, oh, I'm not as good as Chris, I'm not good as this, but Bobby is very skillful driver. Uh, he
Very.
he would look at the car, has the car, and he knows each car's characteristics, the weight, where to brake.
Mm.
So he can really push the car to limit. And I don't know how to say this. Like he'll be driving up Genting, and I'll be next to him,
Yep.
and never do I feel scared. I'm not sure whether you've experienced sitting next to Bobby up Genting. He will be
Mm.
driving, I
I
mean,
would love to.
pretty, in the limits, but you feel safe because why? The corners, the lines are very smooth,
Yep. Yep.
and same with Uncle YS, they do
Mm.
that so often. They know how to drive.
Yes.
There's no
Yes.
sudden jarring turns.
Yep.
and they know which road is coming up next. So yeah, so
Yes.
each one is own. Don't compare with anybody else. Everybody has got their own limits and level
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
expertise.
I mean, you see how our Bobby actually drives his S4 back then, up Genting.
Mm, mm,
Wow. Can never do that with the S4.
yes. Mm.
Mm, mm.
I've been on the S4 with him before. I was like, really amazed. I'm like, wow, that's something,
Yes,
man.
yes, because it need a lot of commitment. Yeah, with that
Correct.
very heavy front end car.
It's I think in that car it's like as you lose traction in the rear, you got to floor it a bit to get traction. So yeah,
Yes,
commitment is it's key. Uh,
yeah, so that it will transfer the power to the rear.
mm, it's a sport differential, isn't it? It's supposed to be.
Yes, sport differential as well. Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, knowing your car,
Yep.
um, I will take months, if not years, to understand each of my cars, but
Mm.
because we don't get enough time in the seat, but yeah,
Yes. Yes.
but it's fine. I enjoy driving like a uncle. It's okay. I mean,
Thana, uncle.
I better undersell myself and over deliver than oversell and under deliver. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Let's crack on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Bobby and Uncle YS can drive the ordinary cars externally. Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Definitely.
I
Mm.
mean, we see this this guys in the eSIM, the similar racing, the sim racing stuff. And you people think, oh, driving is easy. Or you know what, I
Mm.
get a supercar, I can drive, anybody can drive fast. What easy? What driving fast is easy, man. You got a good
Yes.
car, you can drive, man, easy, man. So people have the
Correct.
concept that that money buys you skill, money buys skill, as in you buy a better car or faster car,
Yep.
or
Yep.
it's 0 to 100 by 4 seconds, I can do faster, I can beat you. Not the case. Not the case. If you're a true gearhead, go to Sepang and you'll see Hondas doing extraordinary times, or old Hondas,
Yep. Yep.
it's skill.
Yeah.
It's
Or a
skill.
Satria
Mm,
overtaking you. You are full throttle, coming out of a bend, but the Satria just go past you.
correct, correct.
I full throttle
Mm,
already. Wow.
mm, mm,
Yeah. Mm.
yeah. Okay, so let's take some questions about tuning. So we got Daniel Hamza says,
Mm.
can a Mercedes W176 A200 install with damper? The original suspension is too stiff. What is your recommendation for daily comfort drive?
Okay, this one we would recommend the SDXA lah. They are very
Mm,
comfortable for your daily
mm,
drive, and the ride becomes a lot more control. And actually you get a much better riding car lah. I think over the last 2 weeks, I've installed the STX only, where it's not damper adjustable at all.
mm,
But
mm,
the damping is not adjustable at all. But when we installed it into the Audi TT, it was fabulous. Yeah, the car just rides out
mm.
all the bumps. Yeah, yeah,
But
and the
on that
people
note,
really hard.
how important is having a car to adjust? Like, because I know, like, I had adjustables on my Audi, but I
Mm,
never adjusted it until I got a different set of rims. Like, it's the only time I actually adjusted it.
yeah.
So I don't know, is it that much of a issue getting adjustables, or just getting comfortable? Shocks is better, right?
But once you get it right,
Mm,
to the point where the ride and handling, matches, yeah,
mm,
you don't
mm,
really have to adjust it again. Lah.
yeah.
Maybe at the half life of the shocks, where the shocks has gotten a little softer,
Mm,
then you can adjust it, tighten it up again. Yeah.
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 So that's the only adjustment needed. Or when you guys are not happy with the setup I've gave you, you want it harder or softer, we can just tweak it there very quickly. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
So exactly, I think it's overkill. Like people say, oh, I want fully adjustable, high low soft, I want all this
Oh, but
stuff. All the
if you have
customize it.
that option, it will be
Mm.
nice because
Be
then
nice,
we can
correct?
adjust it. Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah,
I
but
think I get so many people getting a shock riding in my BMW or my Golf, that
mm,
I am actually the car has coilovers on it, because in their mind,
yeah.
coilover is hard, 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 hard. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. I guess
Yeah.
people just think it's just hard, lah.
Correct. Correct. Because Frankly, if we use the KW or the ST setup as per recommended from the factory in Germany, it
Mm,
actually rides pretty stiff, for
mm.
our Malaysian road context. Yeah.
I
So
find
we have,
yeah, it's a more, how do I say, it's a more livable lah. It's more livable because you have the range lah. You know, when you want it to be stiff bit, it just stiffen up, but you have
yep.
the range, and the range is very important.
Because our roads got so many undulations, yeah,
Mm,
on the corners, even on the highway, yeah. So you want to be able to ride out, all these undulations. When
mm,
your suspension is hard, you actually transferring weight all the time. The car is
mm.
bouncing, you're transferring a lot of weight. But if your body is straight, your wheels are absorbing, so your weight transfer is less, because your suspension is working in
There's
harmony
a
with
yeah,
your body.
there's a balance, I guess lah, because at one
Yes,
point you want the car to not roll so much,
yes,
but another point you also want the car to the tire to go up and down enough so it get the
yes,
traction. Because if it's so
correct.
stiff,
Yes,
the
yeah,
moment you go over undulation, it loses that microsecond of
obstruction.
grip or traction on
Yes,
the road.
yep,
No power, no power, no
yes,
grip. It's unsafe. It's
yeah. You get
scary.
you get bump steers in the corner. Yeah, mm,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So we got a question from Balrama Krishnan. Um, yep. Is that the F20?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
the three cylinder can be tuned. No problem.
yeah. I'll just share some results here we've got. I can show you there. So there'll be the 118. Is the one, Mike? Correct?
Yep,
Yep.
that's the one.
So
Yeah,
that's actually pretty awesome. 62% of gain. Wow. It's like a
that's
whole new
crazy.
car. That's crazy. Highly
Crazy.
strung engine, but yeah,
Yep.
fantastic.
Yes, yes, it's crazy lah.
And
No,
stage
this
one.
is the no, this is the 1600. No, this is the 1600.
Mm,
You want the 1.5 one, Thana?
5, is it? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
This is the Prince engine. This one.
okay.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
5%.
yeah,
Pretty good
yes.
for the
And you
1.5.
see the torque gain. The torque
Mm,
is a good
pretty.
80 Newton meters. Yeah.
Mm. And you got this crazy curves lah. This case, this curve
Yep.
is just bonkers, man.
Yes. Correct. Correct. So the
Wow.
drivability of the car totally transformed. Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm. Good
Nice,
throttle
man.
response as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Come, Balrama, come and see us. Contact Mike, and we'll hook you up, man. We'll hook you up. You know,
Yep.
hook you up.
Yep.
It's
You
the
can
way to
contact
go.
Thana on Facebook as well. Yeah.
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 What else? What else? We got a question about car buying guide. Okay, car
Yeah.
hang, car hang. Camry hybrid 215 or ES 250 215. The price should be very very off, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
I'll go for the ES obviously, although the
Yes.
power is more on the hybrid. I
Yep.
mean, I don't know, Mike. What's your take on the hybrid? I guess this is a more open-ended question.
For me, I'll try to stick to non-hybrid
Mm,
lah.
yeah.
I know you are
Mm.
partial with that lah
No,
because
yeah. I mean, I love hybrid because to me, hybrid is like, how do I say this, sir? Um, for me to buy a M car, a new M car, for example, let's
mm,
say BMW, it's not really accessible. It's not easy, but
yep,
you can get like an M340 performance by buying a TTOE and tuning it,
yep,
or the Asus hybrid, to buy a. I mean, so it lets you have the amount of the torque and the deliverance of a very high end cars that
yep,
you can't afford with this. So you want to flex your dollar and get a better value for money. Yes, fantastic. But if you're after long term ownership, hybrid is not the
mm,
way to go. It's not,
yep,
because hybrid is more of a temporary thing. 3 4 years, you have the car, sell off, move on. You're happy that you have only lost 50% of the value. Fine,
yep,
like, yeah, that's it, and which is fine, because if we talk about, let's say, BMW brand new, let's say 270 T series, after 4 years it'll be 150 or $60,000, and then after another 4 years again 50%. So if you're happy with the fact you lose 50% and you're buying used or so, it's fine. Buy it, drive it, enjoy it, sell off
yep,
and go off. You're totally fine. You enjoyed a very high performance powertrain, which normally you cannot get for the dollar value. That's what I see
yep,
hybrids are. So when you
yep,
see a hybrid which is trying to give you like all this fuel saving crap, so to say, I'm not for that lah, because end of the day, the most efficient way of driving for lesser, I mean, for lesser fuel is to
Mm,
drive sensibly. You want to
yes.
drive a car that has got, to save fuel, get a smaller engine, smaller car, drive sensibly, you get fuel
Yep.
savings. Trying to
Yep.
buy a big car with hybrid, saying you want to save fuel, it doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. It's illogical,
I yes. I mean, if you do a lot of highway miles, yeah,
It's still,
you don't need a hybrid. You just go buy
yeah,
a diesel lah. Yeah,
yeah,
just go
buy
buy a
diesel,
diesel
or even
or a
petrol.
Passat. Yeah, or a
Drive
Passat.
sensibly, you will save fuel.
Correct.
So yeah, so the hybrid, the all the performance hybrid, all the luxury hybrids, can take
Mm,
discussion here. I love hybrid because why? It gives me a level of torque and pickup which normal cars cannot give. And
mm.
also, I'm not a fan of EV yet because there's no soul in the whole sound system, that engine vibration and stuff. So it's a
Yep.
it's a mix. I like that part of it. That's why I'm a fan of hybrid personally. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's just nice, lah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I spoke a lot about my hybrid now. 80 and
You're missing your
100K.
hybrid.
Oh
You're
yes,
missing
yeah,
your hybrid lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kahing, if it's a long-term purchase, I would say get the ES250. If it's for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, you want to keep the car for, you know what, the hybrid is totally fine. Camry
Yep.
hybrid, I think it's pretty level. There hasn't been much of a issue that we heard of in the market because it's about stats lah. How many people are using it and what has happened. It seems pretty reliable, lah.
Yep.
Be out of warranty in 4 months. We'll pay you guys. He said, oh yes, Balarama is coming over to see you. It's coming out of warranty. Before
Yeah.
before before you go to warranty, I think what you should do is come and pay Mike a visit with your car. Maybe we can help out to look at your car over and see what you can get warranty claim. So we can say, you know what, all this stuff, go and check out with your SC and get the warranty claim done.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
come and see us. Come and see us. We'll buy you a coffee. Sean Tan. Hey, Thana and Mike, will there be action talk about brakes? Oh, yes, it's an exciting topic, Mike. We should
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
one brakes, man.
We should. We should. We should. Yeah.
Who
Definitely,
should we
we'll do
get?
it.
Should we get Brembo or something? We should get somebody from Brembo or someone who is like really into
Yeah, I
brakes and
think
get
so.
them over.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you
Somebody
will
that's
find.
really in the know lah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
correct. Because
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about what we use experience
Yep.
wise, but yeah,
Correct.
it'd be nice to hear from people who are really in the market and can tell you the
Yes.
differences. We'll make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, we all test. I test and drive so many cars. So
Mm,
I think that this is actually very important, lah. The brakes.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
Because I see so many cars are being slapped on with these 4 ports, 6 ports. Yeah. Mm. But forgot about the balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I find people are selling disc brakes for the front
Yep.
because it looks cool because the
Yes.
rims show off. So yeah,
Yes. Yes. Correct.
okay.
Yep.
We've got Nana Roni OTP Owl Clock Story. I love your name, man. There must be some mini behind it. I'm not sure what this. What is your dream
Oh,
Pasaka? I'm very clear about what my dream Pasaka is. I'm just trying to work out
I know as
timing
well.
of when I want to get. What is
Yep.
your dream Pasaka? I think you already have one, isn't it? So Mike.
Actually, I'm using Isaac Citron lah. For sometime my work at Pasar as well.
Yeah.
But I think the really nice one is actually the Renault lah. Yeah. So
The
cute the
Clio?
car.
The Clio?
Not the Clio, the Renault electric car.
Oh, the Twizy.
Twizy, yes. Yes.
Mm, mm, mm,
That is
mm,
the cool
mm.
car, easy to park. Yeah. Yeah. So that would be the nice pasar car actually.
Yeah. For
Mm.
me, my mind is always the Golf lah. I think the Golf is just the perfect all-round pasaka
Oh yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I find that when you say pasaka, people think about, okay, we go to pasar nearby and we get our stuff and
Mm.
come back. But a lot of times we go there and we're like, oh, you know what? I got to just do that one quick run to Subang or do this whatever. So it's a
Yep.
pasaka, but then you got to go and do the long distance miles. You got to go and
Yes.
get something quickly, come back. So
Yes.
versatility is, I think, my key aspect for pasa. Not necessarily a cheap and small car. I think
Mm.
any of the golfs are fantastic. I love the MK5. I'm trying to
Yep.
find a way to um, get my money and dollar and cents. We're gonna bring all the stuff now to a point I can get an MK5. But yeah, I want an MK5, Mark. Mike, I want so badly. I want an MK5.
I mean it's quite funny because I was at KL Auto.
Mm.
Uncle Desmond, yeah.
Yes.
Uncle Desmond, have owned so many cars in his life,
Yeah.
yeah, and the Mark Five,
Mm.
is something he really loved as well. When he was talking about it the other day, yeah, then he was saying, "Hey, the Mark Six, Mark Seven, just doesn't hold it anymore in his books,
Yeah.
lah." Yeah,
Yeah.
because the car, he said, the car has some DNA that talks to you, which he said the modern cars doesn't do that. Yeah,
Mm.
mm, yeah.
Because it's not just about being stiff and not about just being what
Yes,
you call. It's not about
yes,
that. You see,
mm,
it the balance. Like, I mean, so Daniel Hamza says, why not a Mark MK6? Um, I don't know. I mean, I said like it's hard to
yeah,
describe. To find,
yes,
try to find a good example in stock condition and stock. I mean
yes,
stock,
yes.
because the modified one
Which
seem
you
quite
have
the same.
driven. Yeah,
I've
which you have
driven.
driven.
I, guys, I'm saying this because why I drove Mike's father-in-law's stock MK5 and I was
Yes,
blown away.
yes,
Stock,
yeah,
because it's easy to get into modified ones, but stock ones, and I
yes,
was like, oh my god, this is what they did back then. I'm like,
yes,
this is just mind blowing of the
yeah,
quality and what
yeah,
it gives
yeah.
you, how it talks to you.
Yes,
Fantastic.
you can say it's stock lah, but it had a DNA stage one on it lah,
Yeah.
but still, yeah,
Still,
still
yeah.
pretty stock. Yeah, pretty
Pretty
stock.
stock,
Yeah.
pretty stock.
Yes.
Okay.
The brakes in that car, the brake pads hasn't been changed yet. Amazing. From new,
From new.
still on the original shocker. So it's as original as you can get lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Wow, wow. That I didn't know. That's I didn't
Yes.
know.
Yes. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Barama says yes, we'll buy in December. Cheers, guys, and copy on me. Okay,
Cool.
thank you, sir.
Cool.
Looking
We
for
will
it.
have it. We will have it.
Love it. Call me. I'll come over too. Okay.
Correct.
Um,
Yes.
Naki Muhammad Rafi. Obviously, we heard the Honda E out in the market this week for $200,000. I think they're trying to compete. Lah. Everybody's trying to get into
Mm.
the E
The
market
EV.
earlier.
Yes.
I think people once they commit to EV to make
Mm.
financial sense, they must drive for X number of years. Because if you think about this, Mike, this is what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Normal cars have got wear and tear, but as you go
Mm.
and service them, it kind of almost replenishes. Lah. So if you think about a normal car, 10,000, 10,000, at 50,000, they're almost as good as new. 100,000,
Yep.
the stuff all done back, and it's also considered like refresh. But
Yes.
EV, the battery has got a finite life. So
Yep.
it's like a freehold versus a leasehold. A EV
Yes.
is a leasehold,
This
you
whole.
know. So if people don't come and sell now the EVs, and
Yep.
someone gets a, let's say, a cheap EV in the market and they buy it, they are stuck for 5 years because the price will depreciate very quickly unless they can
Mm.
get better
Mm.
replacements in the market quickly.
Yep.
So it has to make sense in the long term, because at the end of the 5 years, 6 years, the battery
Mm.
cost is going to be quite a big number. If let's say it's a
Mm.
200K car, and normal car depreciate by, let's say, 50% over the first 4 years, it's 100K, and then let's say 5 years, it's about 80K.
Yep.
The battery cost, let's say, about 40, $50,000 battery. How
Mm.
much do you think the car is worth?
Yeah.
Almost nothing, correct?
But I think the time will come lah, Tana,
Mm, mm,
where the battery cost
mm,
will actually come down lah. Because if you remember, right, a short 10 years ago,
mm.
the SUV tires if you are on 20, 21 inch, those
Yep,
tires were about 2,000 ringgit,
yep.
back in its day, and that
Mm.
was 2,000 ringgit, oh 08, oh 09 money.
Prices, yep, yep.
Yes, yes, which is maybe now is about 2,800 ringgit,
Mm,
in today's value. But these
yep.
tires are only thousand plus now. Yeah.
Mm,
So, I think a couple of years down the road,
mm,
the Chinese will definitely come out with all these packages, lah, where you
mm,
can change the battery cells in the car.
mm. The battery cells are, you can change them, but I
Yep,
said like that it'll take a time to get there,
yep,
and I think that like if you talk about, if now you all this thing about, you hear about Mercedes and
mm,
the Blue Tech hybrid, and you hear
yep,
about the Audi A6, then you say, wow, 40K expensive, wow, 20K
yes,
expensive, wow, BMW is 50K expensive.
yep,
Guys, those are hybrid cells. They
yep,
are a fraction. They are a fraction of what an EV requires. The kilowatt
mm,
hour in the battery is a fraction of what a full EV car needs. A fraction.
yes,
So if that's 40,000, I don't know how much a EV's battery will cost lah. It's gonna be a bomb lah, you know.
Yeah.
But I think local partners will come in. Battery replacement is there. Engine swap, battery swapping is the way to go. I think if you want to do EV, whereby
Mm,
you don't actually own the batteries, you lease the
mm.
battery for them. You buy the car, but you
Yep.
lease the battery. You pay a subscription, and you go to a place and you go and swap and get a new
Yeah.
battery in, like, you know.
Yeah. This
Um,
Neo one. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, so that is a possibility, but yeah, infrastructure is going to be big. Lah. I just
Yes. Yes.
cannot fathom how you're going to do it. And our country is relatively small in Malaysia, you know,
Yes.
and the car numbers are very high. How are you going to do this?
Yeah. This is where the Chinese, when they do something, they do it big and fast.
Big. Mm.
Yeah. Big and
You don't
fast.
you don't have the
They-
scale. Lah.
yeah. They don't hang around like the Chinese when they start things going. Yeah.
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 But again, EV, I'm hopeful. As I said,
Mm.
hope the time for cheaper battery will come soon. EV is the future, right?
Yep.
I think was
Correct.
it the chairman of Toyota says um, the carbon is the enemy and not the carbon emission is the enemy and not really what to call the petrol cars. You know, how to reduce carbon is the real issue. So I don't know
Mm.
whether EV is the future. EV is a quick way to the future. It's a quick way for you to get there, but
Yep.
it doesn't solve the problem. The fact that how to get the energy, that's not a problem. How do you dispose the batteries? It's
Yep.
it's it's a one-ended solution, and it's very easy fix for the rich. For the rich, no
Mm.
problem. You buy the EV, you drive, okay lah, fine. Like no, I don't care. After I use it, I throw away. Then what? You know. So
Mm.
I
Correct.
am more of the idea that hybrids and EVs are fun. It's a nice game to play, but if you talk
Mm.
about everybody in Malaysia, it has to be something more sustainable. You know, and some sort of carbon which is clean is still sustainable. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's also when you produce the battery, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
How environmentally friendly that was as well. Yeah. And also, our grid here,
Mm,
where you are getting all our power. Yeah.
mm,
A lot of it is we are actually burning diesel. So
mm.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
battery uses rare earth metals,
Correct.
and for that
Yes.
mining is also now all-time high for the rare earth metals for the
Yep.
battery. So
Yes.
it's like, guys, it's never ending. You know, at
Yeah.
least
Never ending.
a typical petrol car, almost
Yes.
everything in the car can be recycled.
Yes. Yes.
It is
Correct.
that. Mm,
Correct.
mm. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go back to petrol questions. Let it hope.
Yep.
Hi, Thana and Mike. Is it worth considering A7 now for its sustainability and reliability?
Yeah.
100%, mate.
Yes. Yes. In fact, yesterday I just inspected one car. Yeah.
Mm,
A7. We are doing that car to stage three lah, from the sounds of it.
mm, mm,
This car is fantastic lah. The A7 really for the money you get. Bang for the buck is fantastic. This car. About 100K, right? This car now, Tana.
2013 is $142,000.
Mm. The earlier
2013,
cars lah. Huh?
14.
I think the
But
earlier cars.
the 2011. So what
Mm.
happened was in 2013 there was a change in their infrastructure and stuff, the wiring and
Yep.
all that stuff. So
Yes.
2011 is a bit cheaper. 2013,
Yep.
14, you'll see there's a big jump
Facelift,
in
ah.
prices. It's a bit different, like that's a bit different, like, but I think the overall shape is still the same.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, still, you know what, fantastic car to get, man. You just I cannot stress how much a bargain this is. It's like you get a car that's the car's interior is like a
Yes.
A8. A8 is
Exactly the same.
it's like a 7 series range, but the
Yes.
performance and the the spotting is more like a A5. It's like very sporty and
Yes. Correct.
handling. And with the
S5. Ah.
quattro
Mm.
and with
Yes.
the quattro engine, the engine in the car, it's like an engine that comes from the the
S4,
S5.
S5. Yes.
S4, S5 uses the engine. Come to 7, they use A7. So imagine you're getting an A7 with an
Yep.
S4 F5 engine with an A5 interior.
Yes.
Guys, it's a brilliant purchase.
Yes.
Brilliant
And
purchase.
especially, if you go on the motorway in this car, it's very nice and sleek. It
Mm,
rides well. And Audi's, the way, it can cover the miles. in
Mm.
real comfort. It's fantastic. And with a stage one tune, you're looking at 400 horsepower and another extra 100 Newton meters of torque. So
Mm.
yeah,
And
just go for it.
and
Yeah.
and also, Larry, it's one of those cars that
Mm.
doesn't age. Like you see some
Yes.
certain cars, like, or like or this car looks the time. The A7, I think the current A7 doesn't look nice.
Yes.
This
Yep.
A7, the 2011 to 2019
Yep.
A7, they are beautiful to look at. I think even in another 5-10 years,
Yes.
they will look beautiful.
Uh,
Buy it, man. Please buy it.
yes. Yes. And then it has the active spoiler as well. Yeah, the
There you go.
A7. Mm.
It's a Porsche, bro. See, it's a
Yes.
Porsche.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
Porsche. What
Yeah,
more can you
400
ask for?
a tune with the transmission and engine 400 horses. Yeah. Wow.
And the seats, are
Yes.
so nice.
Yes.
So I don't know, lah. I don't know what else you need from a car.
Correct.
A7 ticks all the boxes.
Yes.
I didn't get one initially because when I was getting my Audi, it was a bit more pricier, and it to me was a bit more sporty. I want something more sedan like, But looking
Mm.
back, I wish I bought the A7 lah. You know, so yeah,
Brilliant car lah, that one.
brilliant
It's
car.
really a brilliant car. Yes, yes.
Mm.
I think just now we hope that answers your
Yep.
question on it. Larry?
Yeah,
Yeah. But I think we missed out Joseph's
Joseph.
question here about the X70.
Mm.
Nice suggestion, So this is something we will look at. Yeah. Maybe we don't need even the lightened crank pulley lah. I think with the drop-in filter, with the downpipe, yeah, that would be fantastic already. Yeah, take
Mm.
away the restriction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yep.
Sure. I've
Thank you
already
for your
got for you.
suggestion.
I've already got
Yeah.
for you a customer, Mike. There was
Oh, fantastic.
there's a customer who called me this morning. He said they've done a tune with somebody else, not happy.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know who. And they said, like, you guys can do a tune on the X70 because
Yeah, we
not
can
happy.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
One guy was supposed to come back to me. I think has been busy, with on MCO and all that. We haven't had the
mm,
chance to do that, lah. But
mm,
definitely we will. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. Oh wow, we have already done 40 minutes.
Wow.
Thana. Yeah. You want to do a commercial break?
Let me see what I have. I didn't actually plan for commercial break today.
Yeah, you can do the Evo
Oh, let's do
insurance.
a Evo Club insurance. We'll come back. Okay.
Yep. All right.
When I switched to pro mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less. A lot
Turn
less.
up!
Yep.
When I'm on the rhythm, we don't stop. Yo, with the high and the low. Now, wait, are you ready for the bass? My DJ, yo, get on the case. Hyper with the lights on. No fuss, no fighter. Get hyper. When I'm on the rhythm, with the lyrical flow. When I'm on the rhythm, we don't stop. When I'm on the rhythm, we don't stop. When I'm on the rhythm, we don't stop. No fuss or fighter, get hyper. Back when I'm on the rhythm with the lyrical flow. When I'm on the rhythm, we don't stop. Stop. Yo, with the high and the low. Now back way, are you ready for the bass? My DJ, yo.
AMG, driving performance.
Yeah. How
Mercedes.
did that? Yes. How did that make you feel?
Wow. They're so brilliant. They're so brilliant with marketing, like, I tell you.
Yes, yes,
It's
right.
amazing how they have reinvented themselves to appeal to the younger crowd.
Yes,
The A class, it's just fantastic, like, just so sporty, and
yeah,
um,
correct, correct.
like we were
I,
talking about last week, how cheap it is to become 160,000,
mm,
160K for a A45.
yep, yes. Really brilliant value for the money, lah. And I think
Mm,
Mercedes really did very well with that car. Yeah.
mm,
Fantastic car.
fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Makes you want to buy all these cars, but you got so little time and
Yeah,
and,
correct.
and so little money so to buy all these cars.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's the thing, lah. I think with the pandemic, it has made us think a bit differently. Yeah, ever since this pandemic started. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
How
yeah.
how it has changed your outlook on cars, Mike? Like,
I mean, basically, I just like to buy cars that actually, catches a bit of my soul, lah. Mm. Because day in day out, we are quite lucky, we get to drive quite a varied amount of cars. So it's something that actually appeals to us, lah.
mm,
Just like KL Autos, Uncle Desmond,
yep.
and us, we come from the same mind, lah, because he and I also we drive so many different cars. At the end,
Mm,
we just like simple cars.
mm,
Just like last weekend, Chris came by, yeah, for tea and
Crispy.
coffee. Crispy, he came by,
Mm,
with Balvin,
mm,
another Evo Club member, because Balvin bought suspension from me. He came and picked up his suspension. So
mm,
we jumped into Isaac Citroen,
mhm,
yeah, and Chris was driving it, back from coffee, after we went and grabbed coffee and back, yeah, and we were having such a big laugh in the car, in the Citroen, because we were chasing GR Yaris. We were chasing a GR Yaris in the car, and
yeah.
we have such a big laugh. And after that, we realized it's actually one of my customer, Joseph. We were chasing,
Oh,
and he actually slowed down, and then realized it was him. But we had such a good laugh. So with even a car that's less than 10,000 ringgit,
mm,
you still can have fun in it.
mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's something that catches your soul, lah.
yeah.
And the Citroen ZX is one of those kind of cars. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I think each time when you tell me, Tana, try this car, and I've tried those cars, and you always
Yes.
blow me away. The Citroen ZX, the Corrado, the MK5,
Yeah.
um, and it's, how do I say, people jump into conclusion what a car is before
Yep.
driving it.
Yes.
Don't do that. And also, I think people try to buy cars which try to tick all the boxes. Oh, must be mother-in-law friendly, must sit down, must be able to pick all the kids. What if I
Yep.
want to go to the dog? What if I want to bring a bicycle? A lot of what ifs.
Yes. Yes.
But sometimes buying something that doesn't fit everything, and something that does
Mm,
something very well and enough, and
mm.
trying to make do what you have, it's more
Yep.
important. So I, I
Yeah.
I think that I've bought into the whole idea of, I got to buy the biggest car possible. I got to buy, that all that thing is just a mirage, because people sell you
Mm.
the idea that you need all this to be happy. Don't do
Yes.
that. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Correct.
Buy
Correct.
what
Yes.
what you actually need.
Yes.
And even if you got a family of, let's say, you got two kids, and you and your wife, and you want to buy a golf, you know what?
Mm.
Fantastic. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
buying a golf. It's actually more than big
Yes.
enough. More than big enough.
Actually any of the golf,
Hmm.
will you can have fun in it. Yeah.
Correct.
Definitely
So
you can
so
have fun in it.
so
Yeah.
people have this mindset that, oh, you know what? I've got two kids. I've got three kids.
Mm, mm,
I can't have golf. I must buy a bigger car. I need more space.
yeah.
Actually, no. It's just how you play around, what you work around, what you need. What you have fun with.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah. So that is my takeaway from the pandemic. Pandemic has made me reassess my cars, because I got a few cars,
Yep. Yep.
and made me reassess what I actually need. So I'm not moving my cars around, selling some, buying some. Trying to
Yes.
reanalyze what I need. And because
It's
I
an
was
ongoing thing, lah. Yeah.
correct.
Ongoing thing.
For me, I felt that, oh, my car must always be the nice luxury sedan car. Then I figured, like, but why? Why do I need a luxury sedan car to
Yes.
go
Yes.
around?
Correct.
So yes, let me
But I
reassess
think
this.
we come to one conclusion lah. For us is for me is a lot of the new cars became soulless.
Mm,
So that's why we are looking back. That's a funny thing. We are looking back. Trying to find the older cars. I mean,
mm.
if you see lah, how the prices of the Japanese cars have gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Because those cars were built with a passion and soul. By the Japanese back then. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
To compete with the very best that Europe can offer. And America can offer.
And also, I
Cars
think a
that
lot of cars
yes,
are not maintained well, so it's like you rarely get a chance to experience them. So it's sad because like the ZX that you asked me, like you let me drive, I
yeah,
would have never been able to experience the car if it wasn't
mm,
for there's a car in condition as yours.
yep,
Correct?
correct,
If
correct,
not, all the cars out there are in horrible state,
yeah,
so you won't
correct,
actually
correct.
enjoy. Mm,
Yes. So
mm,
you got one that is well sorted, which is the key lah. Yeah. Just
mm,
like the Mark 5 Golf, trying to find one that is well taken care of and sorted is very
mm,
difficult, because there are a few around, they are still being owned by the first or second owner only.
mm,
Those are very difficult to find. If you can find those in good
mm,
condition, grab them up,
mm.
guys.
If
Really.
Daniel is selling his Mark 5, I think it'll go up
Yes.
by 30
And
to
that is
40%
manual.
premium. His car will be a premium because only one in
Yes.
Malaysia.
Yeah. I think maybe there are about 3 or 4
Oh
manuals
God,
in
is
the
it?
country.
Oh,
Yes, there is. There is. I've driven
yeah.
two lah. I've driven two before.
Mm,
One is Daniel's. Yeah.
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 So
Yep.
yeah, keep looking low. You know.
Yeah. Keep looking
Um,
out.
Daniel says we'll call in 5 years, and I will get an MK5 and want to get a stock MK6. Um, I don't know, like, I don't know. I think the older I get, oh, sad to say the word older. I want to get cars which are very pure in its form. Like I would love if I have the space to park and have one, at least. Because at least total the Lotus at least it's a car that is beautiful, but it's I know how Suresh dailies it like. It's not a car can daily, cannot. But you say, okay, I have the car, I can park it, and I can drive once in a while on the weekend. Yes, but that is in its pure raw formula. It's just
Yes.
simple,
Yes.
brake, clutch, lever, car, engine, go.
Road road legal go kart.
Guys, there's nothing in the Elise. There's nothing. It's an empty shell, but that's what makes it so beautiful. So I think I appreciate cars which are very honest lah. The MK5 is very honest for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Honest.
you know.
Not
So
pretentious lah. Yeah.
certain cars try to do more. They're like, okay, I can do this and that, and then you're like, okay, but what do you actually do lah? That's where I get a bit lost because I feel like my time is short. I want to enjoy cars for its rawest form and what it is.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, MK5 is one of those cars lah because it's like the first time to me at least. I know you
Yes.
guys like the old Golf. For me,
Yeah.
the first true Golf in its essence is MK5 for me personally because whole
Oh,
DSG, the whole.
because you haven't driven a Mark II Golf, have you?
No,
From
I
the
haven't
sounds of it,
obviously. No, I haven't
yes.
obviously correct. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but for,
So
for
you
me,
you
for me at least, like growing up, for me that is like, oh, this is it. Like this is the turning point. It became so
yes.
modern suddenly.
Yes.
So yes, I love that.
Yeah. Mark II and Mark One Golf,
Hmm?
is still when you go and drive them today,
Mm,
you
mm.
know, they are still special cars lah.
But
Well
but
sorted
they're
ones.
special but different. But Mark
Yes.
5 is a very special modern car. It's a very modern car.
Yes.
I'm not saying
But
it's a old car. It's a
yes.
modern car.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very modern, but yet, it's so telepathic when you drive it. Even though when I told you it was an electric steering, you got a shock, right?
Mm,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah.
Electric power steering, the car.
Mm.
Yes. Mm.
Balrama says, sadly, being a car fan rather depressing when you can't drive your cars, working in Singapore, cars in Malaysia.
Yeah, yeah. Just now I was just speaking to my university friend,
Yeah.
30-plus-year-old friend. Yeah. He was just talking about it on my new purchase also lah. We were just
Mm,
chatting, and
mm,
he said in Singapore, there's no way, they can enjoy cars like we do lah. Just unfortunate, for them, he said. Yeah. Yeah. Because the COE alone already, is, more than the price of our Mark 5 here.
So Donna says, hi Mike, is Japanese car get more access to tune compared to continental car?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the model.
Mm.
In fact, most of the Japanese cars we can tune, but a lot of the Japanese cars nowadays are still normally aspirated.
Mm.
Yeah, except for Mazda with their 2.2 diesel, which we can tune.
Yeah.
The Mazda Skyactiv engines we can tune as well.
Mm.
And some of the Toyotas we can do it.
Mm.
Some of the Hondas as well.
It's
So we can
we've come to
discuss.
we come to a market whereby I think like if we go 10 years ago,
Mm,
to get 5% increment, we are happy with the tune. But today,
yes,
because of turbo engines are there, we want a
yes,
lot more gain.
correct.
So in the tuning world, a turbo tune is more luring. It's more appetizing for users. But
Yep,
not said that, like even like the BMW 5 Series 660, the NA engines with tune, people are very happy with them. Lexus, they tune, they're happy with them, so they get more power, more range out of the cars. So you can
yep,
still tune them, I
yes,
think the statement here, Donna, is I think most cars can be tuned,
yep,
but in terms of um, gain per ringgit or ringgit per gain, if you can call it that metrics,
yes,
turbo
yes,
cars have got more gain, lah.
correct.
So depending what car you have,
Yes.
simple as that. Okay, we're coming to a 1 hour mark, guys.
Yep,
Any questions you want to ask us? Today is like easy. I want
yes,
you all to go back to your families and enjoy your weekend,
yep,
and yeah, plan out your trips. Let us know where you're going for your vacation. I'm sure all of you are planning
yeah.
as of now.
Comment,
Where to go to? Comment below. Tell us where you're
comment.
going.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to go Penang, Mike.
Same here. I was just talking to my wife.
I want to go Penang.
I want to go back to Golden Sands. I miss the people there. Yeah. The staff and the people there. I just miss them because the very homely.
Mm.
That's what I like. Yeah.
So Daniel asks again, has your Porsche been tuned or in plan? So as I think I spoke earlier, so it's always
Mm.
a flow. I don't think Mike also believes in that.
Yes.
First tires, which we've done. We see my video, did the tires. Next is
Yep.
suspensions. After that, sort out everything else, stress test, we go for a drive, we see all that stuff, we check the parameters, we really
Genting
put in
drive.
stress, everything, all that stuff, we cow and test the car, and the car passes the mark, then we go for tune because we want to make
Yes.
sure that because
The
when you do
hardware.
yeah, when you tune the car, you are taking the car to a different level. So before you do
Yes.
that, you must make sure the car is in perfect condition, everything is sorted. So
Yep.
it's a process, guys. So even your cars, you want to get tuned.
Mm.
Make sure you know your car, what's happening with the car, service and all that.
Yes.
They come
Yes.
to us. Even come to us, we'll scan the car. If car got any issue, say, yep, car got issue. Please do this first, and then only we allow you to tune. If not, the tune is not allowed to you. No,
Yes.
go back home.
Yes. Yes. Get it sorted out first. Some of the issues. Yeah. Because we got to remember, the car, has done a lot for you. Yeah.
Mm.
In the 4 or 5 years, that you have been using it. Yeah. So, it needs that little bit of love and care, lah. Yeah. And you like it or not, the car does have ears. That's how I feel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm. Okay, I
Yes.
think we're going to take our last question.
Yep.
Okay, before that, Max Low says, Dad, not go anywhere for sure. Jam cow. Good, stay in
Agree.
KL. You go in KL
Agree.
somewhere. Cameron,
Yes.
Carson says, go to Cameron Highlands. Okay, enjoy yourself.
Yep.
I'm sure it's going to
Stay
be very
safe.
packed. Very packed. Make sure,
Stay away from the crowds.
Ike Chong says, I have a Singapore W205 C160. It
Oh,
has
didn't realize they got
127.
C160.
There's a 127 bhp. How much more can I get from stage 1 tune? I heard same engine as C200 M264, but the tune plan to go to KL to meet you guys once border opens.
Okay. C205. Because the Malaysia, the lowest one we get is a C180. And that is with a 1.6 engine. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think if this is with the 1.6 engine, we should be able to get it to about 170 horses. Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
160, 170 horses. Yeah.
Okay. So that, guys, come to the end of our show. Last question from Donna: will I tune my car system upgrade? Oh, definitely. I think it's,
Oh,
but
definitely.
it's all a progression. We'll get there.
Yes. Yes.
But in terms of priority, Mike, how's your priority for audio system? I want to ask you a question. Where do you put that?
Actually, this is very interesting, because what I have done with my BMW, it was
Yeah.
exactly that, because when I got the car, right,
Yeah.
the car wasn't running very smoothly when we full throttle it. So
Yeah.
I got the ignition coil done,
Okay.
changed the spark plugs,
Mm.
but the jerks were still there. Yeah. But I have to do Italian tune up for it for a good 1-2 months before everything went away.
Mm.
Because I guess the car was parked so much,
Yep.
that it wasn't being driven.
Mm.
Yeah, so it had to relearn the new lifestyle it's going to get from me. So that's what I did. Then there was one Saturday, my wife complained the car wasn't driving well because of the stock tune that was on the car. Even though the car had the performance upgrade kit in the car, it was tuned to
Yep.
320 horses from the factory. My car is actually equivalent to the 335 IS. Then I tuned it. Then I did the suspension as well, because the suspension was also worn because it was an 8-year-old, 9-year-old suspension. Yeah. So I put on the STXA suspension. So everything was good, since then. Then lately, I put an full audio system into the car. The car had all the options, but didn't have the hi-fi sound system in it. It has the Bose basic system in the car, don't even have Twitter. So when I go long distance driving in the car, but I love my music as well, right? But I couldn't hear a thing, when I'm driving out on the motorway doing the motorway speed, I got to really crank up the radio, but still cannot hear anything. So I decided to put in an audio system,
Yeah.
So wow, what a change it has made into the audio system, because I was one of those guys that always say tune engine, tune suspension, and all that, but never really go and do audio system. So I actually put in subwoofers into the car, and actually running active tweeters and mid-range in the cars. Yeah. And wow, the sound is quite amazing,
Yep.
Hence, next week,
week.
I'm getting Michael Ng, another car nutter, but more on the Volkswagen side of things, And he installed the system in my car, and really quite amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think I've come to the end of my journey with the 335. Yeah.
Oh.
So guys, I think I'm gonna put it up into the market, guys. Yeah. So I feel sad as well, because it has been a brilliant car for me. Yeah. Never give me any single issues. Yeah. Except one thing. One time the car didn't start was because the starter broke, and the starter in the car was made by who? Nippon Denso, made in Japan. So crazy, man. Yeah.
Japanese part
So
failed.
yeah, the only part that failed on the car has to be a Japanese made part. Okay. Yeah.
To me, the priority of sound system is, I like my sound system also. I spend a lot of money on sound systems,
Yeah.
but depend what car lah. And if it's a luxury, nice, like a BMW, yes, I would put importance on that car. But if it's like
Yes.
let's say like the Porsche, for example, it will be the last on that list, even after
Yep.
exhaust. So after
Yes.
all that stuff, the last very bit,
Yes.
even after seats, maybe upholstery, after every
Yes.
single thing, the
Yes.
last thing would be the audio, because I probably won't never use it. Also, I'll probably enjoying drop top, the sound of the exhaust, sound of the. I won't really care about
Yeah, I was
audio
actually
on that
looking
car.
forward. Yeah, I was actually looking forward for a long distance drive in the BMW again. I'm blasting my stereo, but anyways,
Penang. Let's do one.
yes, correct. All right. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for
Thank you
joining us
very
for
much,
1 hour.
guys. Yes, really appreciate you guys. Week in, week out, you guys have been joining us. And I hope you guys have actually got something from the show. With us. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. See you next week. We're gonna talk about
Bye.
car audio. Bye.